Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another I've been to the comic shop. This is issue number 17, and I've got some cornflakes. No, I haven't. What happens is, cereal boxes are a really good way to store bunches of comics. That's what I've found. So this is issue number 7 of the I've been to the comic shop. What I do is, I go to the comic shop and go through the 50p and 1p, £1 bins, and get all like the covers and stuff that tickle me fancy, and then I'll pull them out on here. So this is really the first time I've sort of gone through these, and these ones are from yesterday, and we've got stuff like old issues of Green Lantern stuff, and there's also some Suicide Squads. So let's get into this one. Peter the Penguin. I've been to the comic shop. I've been to the comic shop. So little Peter, I'm just going to get them out of the box. I'll put them in there just because it's a good way to sort of keep them separate. But I got these yesterday, but when this video goes up, this will be last week. So this is issue number 7, and then tomorrow will be issue 8, which will actually be the latest. That'll be the proper up-to-date one. So moving forwards, these videos will be every week. But the other thing is, when I was buying my comics, right next to the desk they had some of these old preview catalogues. This one's got one of my favourites, Vampirella, on it as well. This is issue 397 for October 2021, and this is September 2021. So I said, how much are these? Are these for sale? He said you can have them. So I actually got these for free, and I love these because they're full of old comics. It's basically like just comics. So for someone like me who's just getting into comics, this is a beautiful way to sort of build up my knowledge of comics. And I love just sitting on the sofa going through these, because then what happens then is you can read about comics. So when I go into the comic shop, I might find like a comic for 50p, which I've seen in one of those, which has happened a few times. So little Peter's going to sit over here and behave himself. So they had a few of these up on the wall, right above the £1 bins. And these are old. Well, this one's funny as well. Look, we've got like a transgender character, which I thought was quite interesting, because this came out in 1992. So like transgendery characters, I don't know, it was a different world back then. So I would have thought that would be quite sort of controversial, maybe, I don't know. But I think it's this one. Yeah, look at this one. Look, it's got these little animals in it. I love this. These little animals, they're cool. They are. The quality of it is like aging and showing signs of age, but I love that. I almost feel like the comics in really bad condition, the old ones, the worse condition, it's almost like the more special they feel to me. Then I've got a couple of the new Suicide Squads with one of my favourite characters, Harlequin, on it. So I don't know if that is actually, yeah, that's Harley, isn't it? Harley going through her thing. That's when she was in Arkham Asylum, I think. But I didn't realise that Harlequin wasn't in the original Suicide Squad or something. I'm not sure. X-Force Kill Shot with Deadpool, issue number 1 as well. So I recently watched Deadpool 2, and they were talking about X-Force in it. So I love that it's an issue 1 as well. And what I've done is I've kept the prices on these so that. But this one, Deadpool number 33, they had about 3 issues of Deadpool. I sort of wish I got all of them, but I went for the one with the funniest cover. I thought it was cool. I like that cover. Now this is interesting. Issue 1 to 2 of Suicide Squad Convergence. So what they do in the comic shop is they're bundling up like issues 1 and 2. And I saw this and I thought this is interesting, like the cover. I was hoping Harley Quinn was going to be in here, but she's not. But look at that, look. The way they've done that, it's mad, it is. I just think that's a cool way to do a cover. And then when I looked online, the artist who did this cover, who is the artist? Art by G.F. Isherwood and Robert Campella. Robert Campella. Basically what's happened is, they've done covers like this for all the characters. So you've got like a Batman one with like blue. So I don't know, I thought it might be quite interesting to collect those. Unfortunately, when I looked inside, the artwork wasn't like really to my sort of fancy. Is that Poison Ivy? I'm not sure. But I couldn't. When I looked through them, I couldn't see Harley Quinn anywhere. I don't know. They are. I want to know who that is. That character. Well, I love the covers on those. I thought it was a cool cover. Oh, this one. Look, all girl special for mature readers. Now, I purposely have not looked inside of this one yet. I was going to save it for the video, because this is one that I've really wanted to have a look at. So I can't wait for this. When I saw that, I was like, I've got to get that. Issue 1. This is what I'm all about. Yay! We've got bums. Look at that! Look, we've got very strange titties. Look, this is mad, isn't it? This is my sort of comic. Craziness. Craziness mixed with sexiness. Bomb Queen. So it looks like Bomb Queen might be something to look into. That's what I'm thinking. That's a good thing about these 50p and £1 comics. It's a good way to sort of look into different characters. This is another one I wanted to look at. The Bugs Bunny. I couldn't believe that this one was £1. The Bugs Bunny. Oh, the Bugs Bunny Monthly. So again, I haven't looked at this one either. But it looks like we're going to get 4 stories or something. I wonder when this one was created. 1990, I think. So this is cool. Hey, look, Super Nintendo. I love the old adverts as well. Yeah, this is exactly what I hoped it would be. Retro-y coolness. But this one was already open. What I've noticed is a lot of the old comic bags actually split along the top. I don't know why that is. Look, they're like, I think they just split on their own. It's almost like they start disintegrating or something. I love this. I saw this last week, and I sort of, and then, well, I got it this week. I love this cover here. When I looked inside, this is issue 1 and 2 of Action Comics. It was £3. But when I looked inside, I thought, how cool is the artwork on this one? Look how cool the artwork is on these characters. That for me is like my sort of like stylized characters. Reminds me a bit of Gen 13. So I was really happy to have those. Oh, I love this one as well. Essential X-Men. I love this cover. They had about 10 of these. They had issue, I think it was issue 111 all the way up to like issue 122 or something. But this was the one that had my favourite cover on it. So I've got a few of these. I would like to collect loads of these. What I like about these is they're really thick, but the artwork is just so cool. Like, for me, the artwork is beautiful. So these are from 2005. But I thought, how cool is that cover? So like, I picked the one that had the best cover for me. That's what I'm thinking. I've got a couple of issues of Egypt, issue 3 and 5. Now I've got another one of these somewhere, and I haven't looked at these ones yet, but the other one that I looked at, when I looked inside I was like, if I ever see any more of these I've got to get it, because again, it's just got this cool, like retro feeling about it. The Book of the Angel. This was from 1995. DC Comics as well. That's weird. It's not a sort of comic I would have thought DC would have done. But I like the way these feel. There's a sort of professionalness about them. They feel like old websites from the 90s or something. We've got a Transformers issue, the classic first issue for only $1. $1. So I think what they do is they must be re-releasing like old classic comics, which is quite a cool idea, I suppose. I wonder if that devalues the price of the original, or if it makes the price go up. Star Brand. This is another old one, 1986. I love the cover on that one. I just thought it was a cool cover. And again, it's that old, sexy, rough paper. Look at the hairstyles and stuff. There's madness. I just thought, what a cool cover that is. Because they had quite a lot of old comics there yesterday. Marvel New Universe. Hey, look, another Deadly Class. Like I said, what I'm going to do is, if I ever see any issues of Deadly Class, I'm just going to buy them, because they've always got such cool covers. Star Wars issue number 63. I bought this for my cousin. I don't know if you're watching, Mark, my cousin, but he loves Star Wars, and they had a few Star Wars comics, and this was the one I thought had the coolest cover. I like the way the title's in it, but it's more about the artwork. It just feels cool. Yeah, I haven't looked inside of these yet. Hey, it's that bloke. That's cool. But I just thought, how lovely is that cover? This is a nice one as well, look. Superman Unchained, issue number 1. Again, I thought, what a lovely cover. So I haven't looked inside of this one either. Got a nice thick cover. Oh look, we've got a little, that's weird, got a blank page there. I've never seen that before. Let me see what the, what's happening here, look. Hey, there's a poster in here. There's a poster, but it's stuck together. I don't really want to... That's a bit cruel, isn't it? They've put a poster inside of here, I think. It's a weird poster though. I don't know if there was another poster at the back and they've sort of taken it out or something. Hey, look, that's nice. Look at that, look. Superman. Oh, that is cool, that is. I've never seen that before in a comic. Oh, I hope they've done that with like Harlequin. Imagine if you got a comic with a Harlequin poster in it. That's cool, that is. I feel like, I said on episode 250 of the podcast, I said, for me, Superman is a really boring character to look at. This is the first time I've ever looked at Superman and thought how cool he is. So the artist for this one, is it Jim Lee? Whoever drew that cover has turned Superman into such a cool looking character. Jim Lee, I've heard of Jim Lee though. This one's interesting. I've heard of this comic before. I don't know how to say it. Sigil. So I've heard of this comic, and I was actually thinking about getting a graphic novel, and then I saw this £1. I saw this in the comic shop, so I thought it would be an interesting way to get a taster of the comic to see if I'd actually like to buy the graphic novel. There's a cool cover as well. I didn't realise it's by Marvel though, so I don't know what's happened here. It's by CrossGen and Marvel. So I don't know whether I don't know how that works. Hey, I love this. 50p. Issue 2 of Serusis. I've got issue 1 in one of the other things. So this is the only comic I looked at yesterday. Beautiful thick cover. When I looked inside, and I couldn't believe how cool. Look how cool the characters are. As soon as I saw that, I thought, oh, I've got to get like issue 1 and stuff. And then I realised I've actually already got issue 1. Yeah. I wish you could feel the paper on that. It's by BDI, Big Dog Ink. What a cool logo. I've never heard of them before. Big Dog Ink. Serious, that's a comic. It's got a sort of Beyond Good and Evil vibe about it, that one. This is brilliant, this one. I haven't opened it up yet, but what it is after Watchmen, what's next? It's a comic full of talking about comics. So I think it's going to go through all of these different comics and graphic novels. Yeah, it's ripped at the top, look. Yeah, look. Basically, it's going to go through Ex Machina, the Swamp Thing. So again, someone like me who's just getting into comics, this is a good way to... It's almost like little synopsis. It's very much like what you find in the previews catalogues. So I love stuff like that. I've already got this, but I wasn't sure if I did, and I love the art style of that, because everyone feels a little bit gay, like campy, which I just think's cool. It's interesting to see, like, well, look at this, look. You've got Superman there looking really cool, gritty, hard, and then over here he's looking like gay. And this is what I'm loving about comics so far, is how you can have the same character look completely different just by the artist, which I think is brilliant. Vampire, this is a one-shot about vampires, so I thought that'd be quite interesting. Baltimore, issue 1 of 5, Mike Mignola, look, 50p. So I thought, because I've heard of the name Mike Mignola, so I thought I'd give it a go for 50p. The Witcher. That was from Dark Horse Comics, that one. This looks nice. Babushka, Part 1. Babushka. I haven't looked at this one yet. Again, nice quality paper. Oh yeah. It looks a bit like Bayonetta. Look how they've done it so that she's almost like popping off the page. everything's dark, but it's almost like someone's shining a light on her. That's quite interesting. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Bayonetta. Beauty, issue number 3. I bought this one for the cover, but I really hope I find issue 1 one day, because I'm intrigued by the title. But I thought it's quite funny. Beauty, and yet look, we've got like a monster. Even though she's a monster, she still looks beautiful, which is quite nice. Bike Club number 2. I had to get this one. This one's got vibes of Cave Woman about it for me. Look, we've got nipples and stuff. So I like these sort of things. The naughty ones. I like the naughty comics. I like the style of that though. Look, it's like each page has got a different colour palette. Like that's all blue. These are all orange. She's a nice character. Stormwatch issue 0. Again, they had a load of Stormwatches in there as well. So I went with issue 0. I would like to collect this comic. I think it's like mindless fun. You've got a Robocop Beta, issue number 1. Again, I love Robocop growing up. Cool cover, nice and simple. Bleeding Cool, these are my favourites. Issue number 1. What these are is they're full of just comics, talking about like old comics and stuff. So again, it's a good way to research. So you've even got little sketches in here. It's a good way to look into older comics, interviews with the artists and stuff. Now I did notice something. I think I bought 2 or 3 Bleeding Cools before, and they were 50p. This one was £1. So I don't know whether they're realising that I like these Bleeding Cools, so they're putting the prices up or something. Taskmaster issue number 1. I like this one. It's got a sort of it's got like an 80s vibe about it for me, that one. Which I thought, this one, The Citizen, issue number 1, McFarlane. It isn't Todd McFarlane, it's Charlie McFarlane. I wonder if he's related to, or she is related to Todd McFarlane. Well, actually, I looked at this one yesterday and I thought, I like this. This bloke, he's in an office and he basically wants to be a superhero, but he's just living a boring life. And I only looked at the first couple pages. I get the impression what's going to happen is he's going to become like a superhero, but in a sort of mundane way. So I'm hoping that's going to be a bit funny, that one. Oh yeah, look at these, look. Big Troubles in Little Chinas. Issue 6 and 13. They had these last week and I didn't get them. So I got issue 7 last week, and I was thinking, oh, I bet they don't have these anymore, but they still had them. And this one, if you've seen the film, there's a scene where he has a bit of lipstick on his lips, which is funny. So I like that one. But one of my goals is I'm going to try and collect all of these Big Trouble in Little China comics, because that's one of my all-time favourite films, with the Running Man. And the final one, I think this is a one-shot. It's Archie's Valentine's Spectacular. So I've heard lots of people talking about Archie, but they're all like Americans. And I don't remember really us having Archie in the UK. But I just thought it was interesting to sort of see what this Archie character is. Yeah. And that's it for that. So I think the thing I'm most excited about is actually these 2 preview catalogues. especially this one with a Vampirella in it. That's going to be cool, that is. But in terms of the covers, what's my favourite? Oh, it might be that one, I think. I like that one. Yeah, I'd really like that cover as well, which is surprising because I normally only like female characters. That's a nice cover. That's a cool cover as well. These Egypt covers, I like these ones. That's a lovely cover. That one there's a cool cover. Yeah, the Bugs Bunny's cool. Yeah. But there's something about these I like. I would say that that's an interesting cover. Yeah, I like this cover as well with Harlequin. Oh, and I like these two covers as well. I'll probably say, I might actually say that one. Just because it's quite funny. So these are my favourite covers from this I've been to the comic shop episode. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say it's between these three. I'll probably say that one, I think. Just because it's kind of funny. But I love this one because I like the that little finger touch is just saying so much, and it's almost like shaped like a heart. So it's almost like you're getting a feeling of the beautiful relationship. I've got a horrible feeling something's going to happen to these two. So that's it for this one. In terms of the actual comics though, the one I'm most excited to get into, probably that one. Because I'm intrigued by that one. And also that one by, oh, where's it gone? This one. I think that's going to be a very cool story. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you, well, tomorrow for issue number 8, which will be the comics I got from the comic shop next week, which will be yesterday when you watched the video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you later for another one. I've been to the comic shop. Comic shop. Comic shop. I've been to the comic shop. Comic shop. Comic shop. I've been to the comic shop. Watch out! I'm going to the comic shop. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not sing. I'm telling you why. Sophie, Lawson's going to the comic shop.